3, 2, 1. Let's have some friggin' fun. Old Red here with the PPW 134 results. Old horse ass Rand here. Not horse ass, horse ass. I'm horse. I'm horse because of the action. Off the chain! Okay, your first matchup was a great preliminary matchup with Texas. Oh, they pissed me off. With Texas Pete facing 0-2 from Okinawa, Japan. I don't have to tell you who the fan favorite was in this one. Anyone that's going up against Texas Pete. The winner of that matchup just when it looked like 0-2 had it in the bag. Texas Pete pulled a rabbit right out of his ass. Match number 2. This was a big matchup. This matchup had to be number 2 because they had a 60-minute time limit, and that was that great big built-up number 1 contendership matchup between the world-exclusive Matt Vine, former PPW champion, world heavyweight champion who lost his belt on a technicality when he didn't get pinned in a 4-way, facing Ronnie Metro, 1/3 of the Dirty Boys Club. And watch what happens here as Matt Vine, to the delight of all the fans and part of the reason why his voice is gone, wins that one. Was I lying? Did you see to the delight of those fans when Matt Vine pulled that match out? And then what happens is 2/3 of the Dirty Boys Club throw a hissy fit. Well, we're on match number 3. What was it? Oh, non-title action. The corn-fed Colossus, the 280-pounder from the Heartland, facing PPW's current World Heavyweight Champion, Chase Gosling, in non-title action. What a matchup that was. 2 of the biggest guys on the roster, the immovable object facing the irresistible force. At the end of the day, what a crafty-ass champion. As you'll see right here, Chase Gosling stole one on the big man. After a brief intermission, the next matchup was heavily built. We gave him the whole second half of that card, and again, a 60-minute time limit. That heavily anticipated tag team matchup between Irish Andy Anderson and Ronnie Metro facing your boys, Woodstock's favorite son, Inestra, facing the human video game, the naked mole rat, Scott Colton. The Dirty Boys left. They walked out, and I guess they weren't playing, or they wanted us to think they weren't playing, when Matt Vine beat Ronnie Metro under adverse and probably controversial conditions. Therefore, they left me with my thing in my hand and Colton and Inestra standing in the ring. We had fans waiting, frothing at the mouth, foaming at the mouth to see that matchup. Well, hell, Colton, Inestra, myself, Premier Pro Wrestling wasn't going to have any of that. So the kids offered to wrestle each other. And if you haven't seen these two wrestle each other before, holy crap, they redefined the industry. So they did. They went out there and went back and forth, tit for tat, pillar to post. In about 20 minutes of beating the living crap out of each other, it was outstanding to the delight of the fans, and I really enjoyed it. And I've seen everything over the last 30 years. Only to entree-foos the Dirty Boys Club through the front door and they came in and capitalized and covered Colton, right? For the pinfall, taking the actual second fall of that 2 out of 3 falls tag team matchup. Unbelievable, and you gotta give them credit to the brain power. I didn't think they had a half brain between them. Apparently they're stupid like a couple of foxes because they had all these fans fooled, and even old Rand. The kids, like I said, beat each other pillar to post for 20 minutes. We gave them the option. There's no shame in quitting on that third fall and go ahead and saying, call it a night. We'll see you at IHOP. But nope, they wouldn't have any of that because even though they were tired, they wanted to get their hands on the Dirty Boys, and they sure as hell did. And what a hell of a matchup for the third fall. The third fall in which came after the referee had his hands full trying to control these mental assassins, and they've really upped their game, Ronnie Metro and Irish Andy Anderson, when Colton had actually made a tag for multiple times to Anestra, unbeknownst to the referee due to the tactics of the Dirty Boys. And Anestra had enough. He beat the hell out of the referee, and then he beat the living hell out of the Dirty Boys and took the disqualification. I'm going to say he took it with pride, and he was a man because they had Scott Colton in some serious trouble. His health was definitely threatened, as you'll see right here. Fast forward to this week, PPW 135. It's going to be, like I said, Matt Vine facing Chase Gosling for what Matt Vine feels is his rightful spot at the top of the company as the PPW World Heavyweight Champion. It's on, and it's for the title. Check back later in the week. We're just going to have words from both of those men. And if it doesn't get any better than that, which you're going to hear that it does, you got the qualifiers matchups between Scott Colton and Irish Andy Anderson, singles action. The winner of that will go on to be in the #1 contenders match. And then you've got Anestra facing the controversial Ronnie Metro in another qualifiers matchup. So they're going to wrestle each other in singles competition. Again, Vine faces Gosling for the title. Anestra takes on Ronnie Metro. And Irish Andy Anderson facing Scott Colton in singles competition. Thanks for your support. Thanks for putting up with old Rand during these results. We'll see all y'all Saturday night, this Saturday night in Woodstock. God bless. Peace out. Peace on you. Peace on me too. Night, night.